Hello kids, and welcome back to Life in the Woods. And I'm noticing that usually I smile whenever I say the intro. Would not recommend to smile when you've just gotten your wisdom teeth removed a couple days ago. Hello, I'm back. I'm alive, I survived, and I am recording this on the day it's being uploaded because I wouldn't say the last couple of days were like the worst days of my life, but I still feel those I only really feel 3 wounds. Like the bottom left one hasn't made any problems at all since I got them removed. Like literally all 3 other wounds, I had like this, what's the right word, like really weird like rubbing kind of pain. And the other one, that was fine, that was just there, and still to this day, it is just there. But I feel everything whenever I talk, like it's still, I don't think it's as swollen, like just a little bit, but the bottom of my face is pretty yellow. It does look like I've been through it, and to be fair, I have been, but kids, if you are avoiding getting your wisdom teeth removed, like I have been for 3 or 4 years, go do that. Go make that appointment. Because I survived, and if I survived something, that just means it's accepted for the rest of humanity, you know? If Kiri survives, anyone can do it. Oh, welcome back. I missed this. I did record a little bit of Animal Shelter yesterday, since, that has half the length of Life in the Woods, and if I were to be in too much pain after one episode, it would be a lot easier to take a break rather than with Life in the Woods. I mean, of course I could, but then that's more editing work. We don't want work. What have we been doing? What are we gonna do? I don't know. I didn't get around to checking if the sugarcane farm was the problem. I spent like the week, like the weekdays I spent in bed. On the weekend I like slowly started using my PC again, though on Saturday I did cuddle back into bed with the boyfriend and we watched a movie. And yeah, I'm alive. I did the thing. And I know this is like this episode will just be a lot of talking, really. I got to keep my teeth. Like, I got to take them home. And I've only looked at them once for like a few seconds because they're absolutely terrifying. Like, my mom collected my baby teeth, and like, I don't know, like 10 years or so I once stumbled upon them again. And, they were nice and clean and cute little teeth. I mean, maybe a little bit creepy if you think about the fact that it's teeth, but they were fine. And then I look at this and I have like these kind of smashed up bloody pieces in there, and I'm just like, oh my god, that was inside of me. So, backstory, my bottom wisdom teeth were like turned around. They just wanted to grow sideways, which didn't quite work. And the top ones didn't have enough space to grow. They got 2 teeth out completely intact. One that they had to like smash in half, and then one that got smashed into like around 5 pieces. And like, these things are massive. Like, yes, I've seen them on the X-ray scan, of course, but what do you mean they're the same size in real life? Anesthesia. Got to experience it. Kind of funny. If it involves surgery again, would not be up for it again. Like, I got to see what it's like. Okay, cool. Let's never do this again. To be fair, they were really kind at the place where I was at, and definitely feel comfortable giving them the boyfriend in a couple months to get his wisdom teeth removed. Like, he's gonna be in good hands. But still, I'm glad I did all 4 in one go, even though everyone in real life is like, ah, you're absolutely insane. I would have never done that. You wouldn't have gotten me back after the first 2 were out. Like, I think my healing process is like a pretty average one, you know? 1 or 2 days of baby food, then we can slowly move over to untoasted toast, which by the way is still... God, toast! Untoasted toast! Why is it so good? Like, I even dared to nibble on some canned ravioli yesterday. Like, we're improving, you know? So, it's not like it's absolutely the worst thing that has ever happened to me. But that doesn't mean I necessarily would want to go through this again. And of course, the anesthesia. So, I'm a native German speaker. I live in Germany. I taught myself English when I was like, you know, a teenager. Like, there is no, besides doing YouTube and reading in English and writing in English and even talking to some of my German friends in English and having all my social media in English. Yeah, okay, there is a lot of English in my life, I guess, but, you know, technically, my brain should be like, we are here in a German dentist office, time for German. So I spoke English after waking up. Then I moved over to a mix of English and German without properly noticing. And then I went fully back to German when I was like, okay, maybe I should properly speak to the doctor when he asks if I'm okay and not just give him a weird thumbs up. My boyfriend took some videos of me. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I barely remember anything of that. I don't remember the falling asleep part either. But hey, I did the thing. I survived. I'm really glad that we're working more on the storage, but honestly, I would also consider to just get some mobs tonight. I know that's not going to be the most productive thing that we could do. I think right now you can definitely hear that my cheeks are kind of swollen still. Because I'm talking a little weird, I'm sorry. It's not the most productive thing, it's not like the best getting ready for episode 800, but I want to get back into things calmly, you know, and not overdo it. So we're probably gonna need new shoes. And that's the only thing we currently have ready. Okay, good to know. Wait, is that apple not ready? That apple is ready, okay. Sometimes I feel like the drugs are still in me, but maybe that's just painkillers. To be fair, I haven't been taking as many painkillers as I'm allowed to. Like, it's really okay-ish. I don't feel much pain. What I feel is mainly the fact that everything is like very swollen still. And like kind of sensitive. I also feel the stitches. I don't like that. Like, especially on my right side. They're very, very long. And there's like 5 of them compared to the left side where there's like 2 shorter ones. Like, the other side is just like, hey, have some stitches. But I'm getting used to it, though. I do have the strong desire to like play around with them, and I'm really trying not to. So I constantly... It's actually good that I'm recording, because that means my tongue needs to be in certain places for speaking, rather than, you know, wiggling around in my mouth and licking over stitched up wounds. Yeah, what is some other stuff? Yeah, the Berlin trip. That is still an open question. The boyfriend did actually text me while we were getting the Reddit Jude. Okay, he just said he did. I don't know. Did you get an answer? Because the boyfriend is at his like job school today and tomorrow. And then the day after tomorrow, the Berlin trip starts. And I still don't know if I were to be able to tag along with them, or if I would have to go by train. Thing is, I've decided if I have to go by train, I don't think I'm gonna go, just because, you know, they're arriving Wednesday night, they're leaving Friday noon. One trip to Berlin is like $50 and then back too. For such a short amount of time, I don't think I want to do that. I mean, of course it would be lovely to spend time with him and all that, but you know, I'd probably still have to cut up some good food. I don't know if I'll be properly able to eat, you know, burgers normally by then. So, you know, and like his co-worker that he's going with is at work today, and I was like, can you just ask him if he can ask if I can tag along? And yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. Like, if I can just go with them, I will go. But not, then I guess I'll just wait for the next trip, which is already in like September at some point. The thing is, I have all these other things happening in September. Like, I'm going to Cologne twice, and I'm really scared that it's like messing with one of those dates. But we shall see. Okay, no one here on this side today. How nice. Aww. Okay, for a second I thought that was a lupine. Oh, there's a creeper. Let's go. Okay, hear me out. You, my friend, are just in an unfortunate place to be in. You're also a little annoying and I don't want to deal with you, to be honest. You come in here and please don't give us cat. Oh, for frick's sake. Why are they avoiding it so much? Did I do something wrong here? Do I need to build like a tunnel to get them to walk up to me properly? Can I push him in there? Not quite. Did I do this wrong? Does this need to be one higher? No, this is the right size. Thank you, spider. Then why don't you want to go on there, mate? No! Oh, that was a struggle. Don't give me such struggles, dude. I'm still, you know, struggling with my teeth. One thing though. My worst problem, it wasn't the fact that I got 4 teeth removed. My biggest struggle were the side effects of the antibiotics. Like, oh, there's... Who are you? It's now a lot better. You know, I was supposed to start taking them, you know, I got them removed Wednesday. I was supposed to start the antibiotics Monday night. And then on Tuesday I started having the side effects, and at first I thought, okay, that's just anxiety. You know, I feel nauseous and stuff because I'm super nervous about this whole thing. But it kept going, even on Wednesday. That one was not fun at all. I have emetophobia, though it wasn't that bad when it happened, but I ended up having some food come back out. Not through the usual end. And it just, like, every time I had to take the antibiotics, especially at night, I was so nauseous. And like, literally the following day I was just sitting there crying because I was scared I'd, you know, have the same thing happening again. And I just didn't want them. And then the boyfriend was very nice and called, like, the dental place. And they recommended some, like, stomach softener thingies. And now that I'm taking those, I'm okay. Like, you know, there are still some things that are not where they're supposed to be, digestion-wise, but a lot better than a couple days ago. And I don't feel like I'm gonna die every time I take the antibiotics. And actually, they were, you know, the place I went to super nice. Not just because of everything they've done. They were also like, you know, we talked to the doctor. If you feel like it's necessary, you can stop taking the antibiotics. We talked about it with the doctor. Hey, hello, that was one hell of a lag. But then there is, of course, the risk of infection. And I didn't want to exactly exchange feeling like garbage for infection, and then feeling like garbage because everything got infected. Oh, I think that's the new disc. Do we have weight already? I don't know. Okay, time to see if we can still get some Enderman, because I don't think we'll be able to get another creeper in there in time. I just know us. Well, I know myself. I know my skills. Yeah, you know, it's supposed to be the other way around. Overall, I'm doing better every day, and I'm just glad I went through with the thing, you know. I was absolutely terrified of it, but I survived. And, you know, now it's basically just getting better from here on. Still not a fan? Still wouldn't necessarily be happy if my dentist told me I'd have to get some other teeth pulled, but, you know, for now I don't think that's the case. Oh, and as I was, you know, looking through some other people's wisdom teeth experiences, I learned something. You know, there's people that have 0 wisdom teeth, there's people that have like 1 or 2. Apparently you can have up to 8 wisdom teeth. 8. You can have double wisdom teeth. And then you have to get— oh, what a party! Then you have to get those removed still. That— no thank you. I had my 4, and that was more than enough for me. Why is every skeleton in the world here? Is our spawner dropping them over here? I suck at this. Also, something that's really annoying about the recovery process is all my habits. They're just getting ruined. I'm not supposed to blow my nose. I can't use straws or like do any like suction things when it comes to like drinking or eating. For example, those baby fruit pouches that I got. I wasn't supposed to, you know, just eat them the way they are in the packaging. Like, no, I had to literally put them into a bowl and then use a spoon. Because the— oh, that's another one! Because the suction motion can apparently like be really bad for the healing. I need to sneeze with my mouth open. Brushing my teeth is like a whole new adventure now. I'm slowly getting the hang of things. Slowly. You're not gonna get me to murder another chicken. That's probably where the chicken the other day came from that we had, you know, near the creeper piston thingy. Where I was wondering where the heck we have this chicken coming from, because I don't remember any chickens ever coming in. Come on. There we go. I'd say this was, well, 5 pearls. Could have been more successful, but we got 2 discs. And I'd say that's a decent start. Yeah, you can definitely hear that something is not okay with my mouth just yet. We're gonna get there. Okay. Please tell me we got at least 1 new one. That would make me so happy. First of all, we do this. Get 1 arrow back. Long idle as always. A little bit of scratching. See whatever we're gonna do with that. I don't know. It's the problem. I do like the look of that. Okay, Blocks. Blocks! Yay! Oh, I look forward to chirp. Weight is the last one. We have stretch. 2. There we go. Oh, it's getting there, really. I'm proud of us. You know, I think I'll just do the usual thing here real quick. But don't worry, we are going to do something a little bit more entertaining in a second. Yes, I don't know how to do this. Also, sadly, I haven't gotten around to a grind stream. Like I said, I just spent most time laying in bed, not exactly feeling very alive, but also not entirely being on death's door. It was like a strange mix, you know. Oops. Nice one. Okay, now we enchant before we forget about that. Yeah, overall, I think with that I basically mentioned most things I wanted to mention about the whole wisdom teeth struggle. I am alive. Somehow. Maybe it was a true miracle, but somehow I survived. My first words after waking up from anesthesia were apparently, literally in English, "Is that beeping me?" Because they had like a little heart rate thingy on me still. And then, I had a little blanket, like a very soft blanket, a black one with white dots. We at home, we have a very soft, simple black blanket, and I swear that was the exact same type of blanket with dots, and I was fascinated by that. And I was really just like, "Is that a blanket with dots?" Yeah. Apparently, drugged me likes blankets. Good to know. Okay, there's one thing that I would also still like to do, which is refill the ovens a little bit and get some stone smelted. Because I also want to work on the nether base again at some point. All these things I want to do. Okay, I hope it's just the top one star that's empty. Oops. Do we have enough down here? I think it's time that we, you know, maybe start digging down on our ore supply that we want to fortune. Because, first of all, it would be very fun. Concrete? Huh? When? What? Who? How? What? I guess this is supposed to go into the scissor storage? Somewhere in here? Yeah, we have to reorganize this at some point, but before we'll do that, I want to have like one more, or like a couple more good structure checks to see if like any of the other blocks, because for example the bronze blocks, the where are they? No, I can't find any of them. Oh, I had all these other blocks still that I wanted to make. Those and yeah, uranium, for example, like, you know, tin blocks, all of those, you can craft them and we don't have them, so it's like really up to finding them in some structures. And if we find a couple, and we don't end up having them, then... Okay, boyfriend's getting an answer tomorrow for Berlin. Okay. Distractions. Kind stuff. Do we want to continue with this already? I'd prefer, you know, if we were to be able to farm, you know, all the different plant things a little bit in a grind stream, and I don't want to do that for like 10 minutes just breaking blocks. It's not as entertaining. So let me think of something. How is it look? You know, we still have quite a bit until the sun rises. Okay. There's all these things that we need to do, but at the same time, there's so little. Let's start with smelting some cobblestone, like I said. Let's not just forget about that. Yeah, that. And we could also see if our tomatoes are ready again, since we basically have 0. We have 4. Ouch. Shouldn't laugh. Still hurts. But there is something that I would like to do, I think. Not as entertaining, but something a little bit more chill, which I think post-surgery is still very nice. We have all these food things. I think we should try and tackle these a little bit. I think the normal raw fish didn't fit in anymore until we had upgrades. Okay, we're missing 2, but you know, for the most part they don't fit in. That and... Where's the damn clownfish? Hello? Oh dear! I've never been so happy to spot a fish in my life. So, we have already made very good progress on this. There are, of course, though, many things that we are still missing. And some of them are in here already. Wait, how many tacos are there? Well, I was hoping for a few more, to be honest. Well, okay then. But okay. We have fish taco too. But we don't have a beef taco. Or like a normal taco, I guess. Oh god. Is this also something that we're gonna do now? Maybe that's something that we need to prepare for in a grind stream. Do we just take a break now and record more tomorrow when I have more of a plan? Or are we gonna... How many stones do we have? A decent amount. I think we're gonna go mob hunting one more night. Then we're gonna try and work on the nether base. Not what I meant to do, but... You know, I don't have the brain capacity for big crazy things just yet. The dogs. Alright, fingers crossed we can get another new disc today. Last night, very successful. And knowing myself, now we're gonna get cat 5 times in a row. You wish it was a joke. It's not going to be a joke. It will be reality. We can't see anything. Help. Alright. maybe we'll also have a bit more luck with Enderman tonight. Would be very nice, you know. More pearls means more waystones, means going traveling will be a lot easier.